We or you?
Oh, me. It's kind of a loaded deck, as you might imagine. But we thank them for joining us here on FS1 to bring this NLCS to you. That's a ball to Brandon Woodruff, who can swing the bat. Throws right, bats left, went deep this year. And was 2 for 8.
And much like you said earlier, I really anticipate this guy in their starting rotation next year. And sky's the limit for him, especially if they allow him to develop that third pitch and get it going.
Woodruff went deep in Pittsburgh back in July. There's Gio Gonzalez. We hardly knew ye. Gio. 2 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 home run allowed. 1-2. Breaking ball has Woodruff flinching at the plate, but it's low. 2-2. After a pitcher, it'll be Lorenzo Cain, who's 1 for 1. And then Christian Yelich. I would put Woodruff up against John Smoltz in his prime swinging the bat.
Might put him better. Looked a lot better there. Looks
That's
like
a
he
real
knows.
swing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's not gotten a lot of opportunities because he's pitching out of the pen, but he knows what he's doing.
Flies one into right center field. Back at the wall. Are you kidding? Home run. Woodruff. 1-1 in game 1. He's definitely got you beat. That ball was crushed.
I'm telling you right now, it's a good thing he did that leading off. Can you imagine doing that with 2 outs and not having the time to cool down? It's like getting a hole-in-one in golf and trying to play the next hole. So he'll have some time to cool off. Never could you have imagined he'd be coming to the park today thinking, I'm going to hit off of Kershaw and take him deep.
Crowd wants a curtain call. I don't know if they're going to get it, and they've calmed down a little bit, but that's the 23rd time a pitcher's hit a home run in the postseason. That was no cheapie. That was 407 over the wall in right center. Cain grounds one up the middle for a base hit. Here's the home run.
Well, he took pitches well, and he sat on this pitch, it looked like, and just let it go. He looked the part, and he's probably saying, we get to see a lot of that if I start next year.
Kershaw stunned here in the 3rd. Then gives up a hit to Cain and now deals with Yelich. One ball, 1 strike.
Well, that'll send a jolt through your whole team when a pitcher does something like that. Kind of unexpected, even if they believe in him. Kind of shocks the opposing pitcher, too. Kershaw, you can see the look like, what just happened?
Runner at first, Cain stole 30 during the regular season. Kershaw is paying attention to him. Two and 1. John, you hit 5 during the regular season. I'm telling you something I know you're very aware of. None during the postseason.
Yeah. Like I said, he's going to never forget that. And now he'll have the proper time to actually slow his heartbeat down. There's such a rush when you're rounding the bases as a pitcher. need that time to kind of fine-tune getting ready to pitch again.
Check on King. That is the first left-handed hitter to go deep off a left-handed pitcher by a pitcher in postseason history.
Wow.
High and tight to Yelich, 3-1.
Well, when he took that curveball, I knew he knew what he was doing. And now Kershaw has got a lot of stress on him here in the top of the order, because this is where the Brewers do their damage.
Yelich sitting on a pitch on 3-1. Fouls it. Out of play. And we'll see what Craig Counsell wants to do with Kane, the runner at first, with a full count on the hitter, Christian Yelich.
I think he's going to trust his MVP up there, that he knows the strike zone and won't expand it. So I would expect Kane, once he knows that Kershaw's going home, off on the pitch.
Not moving, and that's foul. Yelich and Baker Mayfield, the first overall pick of the Cleveland Browns in this past NFL draft, became friends over the offseason, working out together in LA. Mayfield has taken over for the Browns, won that game off the bench against the Jets on a Thursday night at home, and ended his press conference by saying Christian Yelich for MVP. Baker believes, so do these fans, and they wait for a 3-2 from Clayton Kershaw. Breaking ball misses for the first walk of the night from Kershaw. And it's 2 on, nobody out. Here's the home run swing.
If you didn't know he was a pitcher, you'd swear he was a hitter just on the mechanics of that swing and the way he looked.
That's Gio Gonzalez right in the middle of the celebration. So it's a tie game, but the Brewers have 2 on, nobody out. And former National League MVP Ryan Braun about to dig in.
Long swing. Can jam in, but he likes it middle in. There's a small area to get him to try and ground ball to Machado. It's going to be away.
Strike 1.
So you pitch in to set up away, or you pitch in to set up a swing and a miss, which is what Kershaw would like to get as a strikeout here. The meat of the order for the Brewers. A lot of power on deck. Braun has been much better here of late in the second half for the Brewers.
Aguilar on deck. 0-1 from Kershaw. Strike 2. Ryan Braun finished the season red hot. Last 10 games, hit .344, 5 homers, 12 RBIs. He's dealt with a nerve issue in his right thumb. Back flare-ups. He had surgery in 2015 for a herniated disc.
Pass. This is where Kershaw's gone to the curveball against Braun,
who holds the bat high and grounds it foul.
What he wants, that curveball caught too much of the plate. What he wants is it lower, because again, when a guy is a good low ball hitter, you want to entice him to swing at this pitch. Watch the height of it, and then, whoa, might even be a cross up with him and his catcher, the way he reacted to that.
Good speed on for the Brewers in this tie game. 0-2 with nobody out. It's got to be, I guess, a little bit unnerving if there was a cross up there. You have to limit your mound visits. You can't go out there and make sure you're on the same page. Down to 6 for an entire game. Here's the 0-2. Popped up right side. Foul ball and some room for Freeze, who has out number 1. That's a big out for Kershaw.
Huge out. Kershaw did not have hardly any stress in his game against the Braves at home, where he went 8 innings and no runs. Already a lot of stress early, and that compounds itself over time. You start taking away 10 to 15 pitches that a pitcher can throw in a normal game when you start dealing with this kind of stress. And you see what he did in game 2, and already that pitch count is well over half. We're not even finished with 3.
Aguilar at the plate, grounded out his first time. Massive power, 35 home runs. Out in front of it, grounds it foul.
That's why you can take that pitch count and throw it you know where, when you just think everybody could adhere to the same one. That game against Atlanta, he could have thrown 115, 120 pitches because there wasn't the buildup of stress. Now you start eliminating. If you think he can go 110, you start looking at 90 to 95 based on the work that he's trying to get out of here early on with runners on.
It's called stress.
Yeah. There's games you pitch and you get out of these jams, and you'll be sitting in the 4th or 5th inning thinking you're in the 8th or 9th. Literally, mentally, you're like, it's only the 5th.
That squirts away from Grandal, and the runners move up to 2nd and 3rd, and Grandal's had a rough start behind the plate. That may go as a wild pitch, but we've seen a cross-up, we've seen a pass ball, and now this to advance the runners.
Yeah, fastball that doesn't really hit the dirt. And I guess when you're catching Kershaw, most of the time you expect him to always hit your spot. He spiked the fastball just a little bit there, but that is on Grandal.
It's the 2nd pass ball on Yasmani Grandal. Now a 1-1 pitch to Aguilar. Good pitch. Had the big first baseman way out in front, strike 2.
And that's where you got to go. You got to go lower than lower if you can there, trying to think about strikeout. He got the pop up. Now he's thinking, I got to eliminate the contact because my fielders, other than Turner, all are playing back. They're going to concede the run and trust their offense and not open up a big inning here. The infield's not playing to cut the run off at home.
2nd and 3rd, 1 out, 1-2 pitch. Line drive, what a catch by Freeze, and they're going to say catcher's interference, which will load the bases. It'll go down as an error on Grandal. Aguilar goes to 1st, and there's only 1 out, and Dave Roberts is going to come out and get clarification from the home plate umpire, Scott Berry.
I don't think even Aguilar thought that happened, really, by his reaction, and you know that Grandal would know for sure.
There's the catch, but it is not out number 2. It's an error on Grandal, and he did hit the glove.
Very good call.
And somehow Scott Berry, in the midst of all this noise, heard that. And it's bases loaded, 1 out. So Grandal has had 2 pass balls and now an error to start this game.
Yeah, been a nightmarish start defensively, but a good meeting at the mound here.
Let's hear it again. I agree with you. I don't think Aguilar knew that his bat hit the glove of Grandal. Grandal put up a mild argument, but he knew. And here it is, a clear look.
Yeah, that's about as light as you can do when you think about traditionally guys hitting catcher's mitts.
So the bases are loaded, 1 out in a 1-1 game, and the batter is Hernan Perez. Hernan waits and takes a ball in the dirt, and again Grandal was tested.
See more of those fastballs really today early by Kershaw. He wants to absolutely get the ball down to entice a ground ball, and you see now 3rd inning pitches are really building up. But boy, does he want a ground ball.
Perez grounded out his first time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch in on the hands.
See, what's made Kershaw the best pitcher on the planet for so long is really that slider. And the difference in the slider now than early, that was late and hard early in his career with 94, 95. So now he's going to rely on top to bottom breaking ball and really placement of the slider, because the tightness and break is not quite the way it was a few years ago, and you expect that to happen as you get up there in age.
This has been a long half inning. Only 1 run is scored on the leadoff home run by Woodruff. The pitcher. A hit, a walk, an error. 1 out. And a fly ball into shallow center. Tagging is Kane. Bellinger's throw is too late. It gets away from Grandal, and the runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. And this is a nightmare for the Dodger catcher.
I can't remember seeing anything like this, actually. Not really sure the throw home was a wise one anyways. The runner should have gone to 3rd with the height of it, and then he just flat out misses the ball. And it puts 2 runners in scoring position instead of 1.
Well, you're right. There was no reason for Bellinger to throw to the plate. Throw should have been to 3rd. But it came in on a fly, and Grandal missed it. So 2nd and 3rd, 2 out, a run home. Brewers lead, and the batter is Moustakas. It's the 2nd error of the inning for Grandal to add to the 2 pass balls. This guy's had a really good year. As I said before, he's really improved behind the plate. But just off to a start that makes you scratch your head. Strike 2.
Stock has been really good since coming over here with the Brewers and running his runners in scoring position, and on the year with 2 outs he's been outstanding as well. Of course, most of his power comes from the right-handed pitchers, but you've seen the swings right there. He's looking for another big 2-out hit.
He won game 1 of the division series in the 10th with a big hit. Takes strike 3 right down the middle, and somehow at the end of all of that, it's a 2-run inning for Milwaukee, but they have their first lead of the night. How about that kid? Brandon Woodruff goes deep to start the inning. The Brewers add another and lead by 1 after 3.